I'm feeling so constantly angry and sleepy and just generally out of sorts. Sounds like you need a vacation. I can't take a vacation. Why? There's people counting on me. Where? Here and at my job. You know you can batch film. Yeah, but, and you have vacation days at work, yes? Yeah. Use them. What do you gain by not taking them? Then they'll see me as a hard worker. They already know that about you. And what I know about you is that if I keep pushing myself too hard, you're not gonna get anything done anyway. And I'm just gonna keep spiraling until you have no choice but to crash and burn. So I should take a vacation. Today's the day. The day you stop interrupting whatever I'm doing to talk about your problems. I'm kidding. What's the big news? Look! It's out. It's out. And it's about feeling used by other people as a way of furthering their growth without them putting the thought in to realize that they're doing this to a real person, not just a movie or a video game character. And there's a visual aspect. People can find this in the place you'd expect to find things. You'd really appreciate it if everyone who sees this helps more people see it. That way, maybe someday you could tour and have the opportunity to meet some of y'all. So I'm getting on an airplane. I forgot you're afraid of flying and traveling in general. Well, you've got the first step down, having something that makes me feel comfortable. Exactly. There's not much I can say that will make you less afraid of flying. Seriously? Hear me out. There are some ways that you can make yourself feel a little bit more comfortable during an uncomfortable experience. Okay. Download a wide variety of entertainment on your phone, so I'll always have a distraction. And maybe include some calming meditation things too, for if my heart rate gets too high. If you can afford it, maybe invest in a seat with a little more legroom or in-flight Wi-Fi, so I don't feel disconnected and alone. If you're prepared for the things that you can control, there will be less things to worry about in addition to the things that I can't control. Am I annoying? That is a very big question. Oh my god, that's not a no. Hey, it wasn't a yes either. Where is this all coming from? Well, sometimes I get the feeling that when I talk to people, they're kind of bothered by what I'm saying, or they just don't really want me to be talking at all, and then they'll give me a look that says, oh my god, I so wish that we weren't talking right now. Or when I send a message in the group chat and nobody responds to me and I just can't shake the feeling that people are just waiting for you to stop. Exactly! Breathe. Everyone is annoying sometimes. Wait, what? And everyone is annoyed by different things. So something that I love might be someone else's least favorite thing. And one of my pet peeves might be a married couple's favorite thing about each other. So what happens when I am being annoying? You have to remind yourself that being annoying doesn't mean you're a bad person. And then if I don't like the me that I'm putting forward, then you can look into that. But if you do like the you that you're putting forward, everyone is gonna be annoyed by someone. Why do I never feel satisfied in relationships? Satisfied in what way? Emotionally. Got it. Are you feeling like your relationships drain you instead of lifting me up? And like, you know people love you, but I just can't find the proof, for lack of a better word. And you give a lot in relationships, huh? I give so much. Sounds like you measure their love by the love they let you give away. So rather than accepting that relationships need to be a two-way street, you just gravitate toward the ones that will allow you to drive down a one-way street. Which is why I feel so exhausted, because you're not actually being loved the way that you want to be loved. They're just allowing me to love them. And I think we're gonna need to unpack the fact that you do that. No! So we've come to terms with the fact that some of my friends are the worst, correct? Although you're not friends with them anymore, right? 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 I don't know, even though they kind of suck sometimes, they're still my friends. No! Why not? Because you're only hurting yourself by continuing to put your energy into people who consistently hurt you. But they're my friends. I'm gonna break the fourth wall for this one because there are people out there who need to hear this, but this is directed at you too, okay? Okay. You deserve true, genuine friendships. But what if I don't? Because stop it, you do. You deserve good friends, and I know that it can be hard to leave the bad ones, especially if they're all that you have. I'm not telling you that you have to drop them and run tomorrow. It's your life. You can do with it what you want. But I'm telling you that you deserve people who are going to love and respect you the same amount that you love and respect them. Got it? Got it? I don't know if I believe that. Then let me believe it for the both of us. My 3 p.m. anxiety hit again today. Your what? My 3 p.m. anxiety. You can't just say it twice and have it make sense. So sometimes I'll be doing totally fine for the first half of the day, and then all of a sudden around 3 p.m. you'll get really anxious. I thought you just said you didn't know what it meant, and there's no external thing causing it? No, but it makes me have really bad reactions to external things. Did you eat lunch? And then when I get anxious about things, I tend to not handle situations well. Have you eaten anything since breakfast? That makes it even more difficult to handle because I get more anxious. When was the last time you put food in your stomach? So I go into this hyper-focus mode onto whatever is making me anxious, and it's like I can't hear or think about anything else. What's this for? You get anxious and cranky when you're hungry. I'm not hungry, and besides, I don't want to make a full meal right now anyway. I don't have the energy. Then just eat the little snack. I think I'm gonna go make some pasta. Please keep a little safe food snack at your desk to help give you the energy to realize that you're hungry and then make food. I'd like to think I've done an absurd amount of self-improvement in the last year. I would agree with you, but it's just so hard to tell. I don't see where you're going with this. No matter how much progress I know I'm making, I still don't feel better because you always have your sights set on the future. It feels like I'm stuck in this Sisyphusian nightmare where I'm working so hard to try to climb this mountain to get better, but every time I get close to the top, I break both my legs and roll down the hill and I have to start all over again. I think you're putting too much pressure on yourself. Why do you say that? Because in this metaphor, you are both Sisyphus and the boulder. I'm taking on 2 full entities worth of responsibility. And you're the force that's pushing yourself right back down the metaphorical mountain. All I want is for myself to improve. Why does that keep pushing me backwards? I think you're putting too much pressure on yourself. How do I stop? Well, if you don't stop and take breaks to appreciate the nature around you, how far you've come, and maybe even bring some people on this climb with you, then if you ever make it to the top, you're not even gonna know where or who you are. A better me. But you don't even know what you're climbing toward, so I won't be a better version of myself. Just a more vague, exhausted, and lonely one. So I took the love languages quiz. How many times? How many times did you take the quiz? Oh, at least 4. Cool. And what did it tell you? Well, that's the thing. You had like 3 of them that kept tying, or almost tying, for first. Yeah. Physical touch, words of affirmation, and quality time. And judging by your average stress levels, I'm gonna assume that acts of service wasn't too far behind either. Why am I so needy? Wanting to receive basic signs of love and affection is not needy. But with all of, when you're not dating someone, how often do you hug your friends and family? Like almost never. How often are you able to see the people that you love? I mean, I'm really busy with work, and a lot of them don't even live in the same state or country as me. And your ADHD comes with a hefty dose of rejection sensitivity, so I'm always worried that the people I love actually hate me, and then I need them to reassure me that they don't. Sounds to me like all of these love languages are so important to you because they're all things that, for one reason or another, I don't have enough of. Which also shouldn't solely be a partner's responsibility to fulfill, but that's a topic for a video we've already posted. Can I be honest with you? I sure hope so. I've just been feeling really lonely and isolated lately. Damn, I'm sorry. Have you tried talking to someone about it? Yeah, I'm talking to you about it. Are you okay? I'm more than okay. I'm fantastic. What's happening? This. What are you doing? You're not gonna fight back? Might wanna work on your aim. Door, Ilana. That's not the real desk, Ilana. We have to find the real you. Let's go. You got it. Ugh!
Would this character date a black person?
Asking for a friend, do you have any advice on picking college classes?
Only take classes you're interested in and that are fun, and actively avoid learning anything that you don't want to wind up having to do for a living.
That's irresponsible. What if you can't make a living doing that, or in 5 years you decide that you hate it? Also, don't you literally do a bad advice live stream?
Yeah. This isn't bad advice though, it's just extremely conditionally good advice. It's only a good idea if you care more about your happiness than about financial stability.
But financial stability can contribute to the overall happiness of your life. Money can't buy happiness, sure, but enough of it can buy comfort.
Yeah, absolutely. Money's really good at removing things from your life that are acting as obstacles to happiness. But what if the way that you're making that money is one of those obstacles?
Ooh, they got you on that one. What about degree requirements?
Take CLEP tests.
That sounds like a nightmare.
Yeah, for 3 weeks of cramming, not 2 whole semesters.
Cramming is a terrible way to learn.
That's what I'm saying. Don't learn it.
But learning more things makes you a more well-rounded individual.
Absolutely. And you'll learn way more if you work on developing a love of learning than trauma around it.
You hate trauma. I do hate trauma. Hang on though. Aren't you like literally broke all the time? Don't you have to beg for rent money on the internet?
I do, yeah, links in bio. This is a really hard choice that a lot of people have to make, and I respect the decisions of anybody who makes it intentionally and within their convictions.
Besides, it's not binary like that. Keeping what can make you miserable in mind when choosing what to learn can set you up for happiness and financial stability in the future. Ooh, she's got you on that one. But which one of you is right?
Me.
What do I do with this? This text just says, I love you. God, I know. And did this person mean this platonically? Like, what am I supposed to do with that? Do you reciprocate their feelings? I mean, yes? Then tell them that. No! Why not? Because it makes me uncomfortable. It makes me uncomfortable. One more time? It makes me uncomfortable. Why? Because I'm not used to expressing feelings of love platonically. You wanna know how you'll get used to it? Practice. Shut up. I know that you're used to showing people that you love them rather than telling them because you find it easier to express things with actions rather than with direct words. But you don't have to start with the L word. Good. That show has like 6 whole seasons. Can you start by telling your friends something you admire about them? Like the way that I've seen them become more selfless lately? Yeah. Or you could tell them that they did great work on a recent project. Or how something they said recently really stuck with me. Platonic expressions of love love don't strictly have to be I love you, but it would probably feel good for the people that I care about to hear me tell them that. Seeing how smart you are makes me feel really dumb. Whoa! What? It's a compliment. Okay, so putting yourself down is not an effective way of lifting other people up. No, it wasn't like that. It was just a comparison. So I could understand just how smart you think I am. Exactly. Like, you're so smart that it makes me second guess how smart I am. Have you considered that maybe that makes me feel bad? Why would it? I'm saying something nice, but now I associate a theoretically positive quality about me with the fact that it makes somebody else feel bad, and can even make me feel like the cause of somebody else's unhappiness. But what if something about you really makes me feel inadequate? Well, first of all, I'm really sorry that you're experiencing that, because you're not inadequate. I appreciate it, but can we skip the pep talk today? If comparing yourself to me makes you feel bad, I'm not the right audience for that. Someone outside of us is, like a friend who doesn't know you, or a therapist, or a journal. And maybe you can try to reframe your own feelings of not being good enough into inspiration to improve upon something that's important to me. So I've been hanging out with a new friend group. That's awesome. I feel like it should be. What do you mean? Well, I mean, they're all great, but something just doesn't feel right. Kind of like you can't relax around them. Or like no matter how hard I try, we just don't get each other, that there's nothing wrong. No, and that's why I'm so confused. Like, they're all really nice and I should be getting along with them, but they just don't feel like your people. Yeah, like there's just this weird barrier between us. Well, first, not every person that you're friends with has to be this deep, wild, unbelievable soul connection. But I want to have friendships like that. And you will. There's nothing wrong with having friends who aren't your best friends, but it's also okay if I don't spend all my time with this group, because sometimes a group just isn't your people. Nothing wrong with them, nothing wrong with you. It just doesn't always work, and that's okay. I have been staring at my work all day and I haven't gotten anything done. Well, aren't you gonna tell me how to girl boss or whatever and kick my productivity into gear? I'm not gonna tell you to girl boss. Okay, but how do I get my focus back? I have so much work to do and I've barely gotten anything done today. Can I tell you an interesting statistic? Now is not the time for distractions. In an 8-hour workday, the average person gets about 3 hours of work done. Wait, what? You are setting yourself to such a high standard that you're just facing constant burnout, because I'm expecting myself to achieve at an impossible level. And all that aside, sometimes you're just gonna have days where you can't seem to be productive, and that's okay, because standing here and getting angry about my lack of productivity is only going to make you spiral even further, which will cause me to get even less done and feel even worse about it. So what do I do? Forgive yourself. Set a timer for 30 minutes and eat a snack, drink some water, take a break, get some fresh air. When you come back, see what you can get done. And if that's nothing, that's okay.